Is it on?
Yep, we're good to go.
Good morning, third graders. Happy Friday and welcome to our fifth and final day of our science unit on erosion. I'm so proud of all your hard work throughout the week and can tell that you guys have really developed an understanding of what erosion is and different real-life examples that we've done throughout the week. We've done different experiments so that you can see what erosion looks like, since we know that it really takes sometimes millions of years to see what it really is. So, who can tell me what erosion is? Lisa?
The breaking away of landforms?
Yep, when it's breaking away, going away. How about weathering? Katie?
When it's breaking down.
Right, so weathering is when it's breaking down, and erosion is when it's getting carried away. And how about deposition? Taylor?
When it lands in the new spot.
Yes, when it lands in its new spot. And those three definitions have been our main three words throughout the week that all of our vocab relates back to. And I can tell that a lot of you have made your own definitions so that it makes more sense to you. And this tells me that you really understand it and could teach it to someone else if you want it. Now, who can compare what erosion is to weathering, the difference between the two? Because sometimes it's hard to decide which is which. Spencer?
Well, weathering is just breaking it down and it kind of stays in one spot, and erosion is kind of moving away into a new spot.
Exactly. So weathering is the initial part, and erosion is right after that happens. How about erosion and deposition? Megan?
Erosion is when it's like moving, and deposition is when it finally hits a spot.
Yes. Deposition is when it finally hits where it's supposed to be. Since today is our final day, we will be taking our post-assessment at the end, but remember, it's the exact one that we took on Monday, and throughout the week we've gone over everything that's on it, so I'm confident that you will all do great. Now, before we take our assessment, we are going to play a review game. For our game, you'll split into 4 teams. There'll be a yellow team, a blue team, a green team, and an orange team, and we're going to have to move into the hall because of space. Your group, or you'll be split into 4 groups, and once we get into the hall, I'll give you your poster, and you're going to set it down. And then your group will go a few yards away from your poster, and I will hand you the cards. And the object of the game is to place these cards under which one it belongs, whether it's erosion, weathering, or deposition. How you're going to do that is each group will have a glue stick on their poster, and then as a group, the cards will be a few yards away laying down, and you'll get in a circle and flip over the first card. You'll read it, and you'll decide as a group which one you think it is. So as you're reading it, you're weathering. You're breaking it down, and you're deciding what you think it is. And you all need to discuss and agree upon the same one. And then you will form a line, and you roll the piece of paper. You will move it along. And by the time it gets to the last person, they'll pick up the glue stick and they will deposit it. They will place it in its correct spot in its new home. Once you have completed that, you will all go back to the pile of cards and repeat it until you're done. Now there's a few rules that we'll go over. The first one is we need to make sure we walk, which is one of our safety rules on our bulletin board, so you all will do that perfectly. The second is to use our indoor voices. You don't want anyone to hear your answer, and we need to be respectful of the other classes. And the third one is that each person in your group needs a chance to read a card, and each person in your group needs a chance to glue it on. Now I will split you into your 4 groups, so there'll be about 4 to 5 of you, and I'll hand you your poster. And once you get your poster, your group can find a spot in the hallway and wait patiently for everyone else. So let's about you 5, and then can you 2 join these 3? And then Ariel, will you go with them? And you 4. And once your group is set up in the hallway, I'll bring you your playing cards. I love how quietly you're exiting the classroom. once your poster is set up?
We should go over there.
Anyone else need a glue stick? We're all set prepared. Okay. The first group to get finished will then bring their poster to the whiteboard, and you guys will be able to present it in front of everyone so that we can go over it together and compare results. And then when all the other groups finish, just sit together at the front of the classroom, and we'll wait patiently for everyone else to finish. So go to your spots, and I'll bring you your cards, and wait till I say go to begin. Roger, you're running Kyle. Here we go. Okay, it'll be right here. Right here. Do you want your pile? If every group is ready, just give me a thumbs up in the air. All right, ready and go. I love how you guys problem solve to figure it out.
So weather.
I love how you guys formed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Floor water pounding against canyon wall and it's like half of that. Floor water pounding against it. That's where your wall is. No, I think that's erosion too.
I think it's weathering.
Oh, yeah, weathering.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's like flowing.
So you guys created your own strategy. Make sure each person gets a chance to be the depositor.
We'll rotate.
Awesome, I love your management.
Yes. Okay, wait till that one gets. Then you guys just stand. Okay, rotate. Step position.
Waves dropping at bottom. Delta's forming at the mouth.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I just want to look.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I mean,
So that's a copy.
tell you this, but
We
yeah.
just go in there.
You're evaluating her, aren't you? What's the answer?
Oh, I think this one dropping rock and that's a bit of sand. There's so
I love how you're discussing to figure it out.
it's being it's deposition is the one that's like being deposited.
We demonstrated.
It looks like falling down a steep hill.
Erosion.
Wait.
Yeah.
Take your time, you're still problem solving. I think you're doing a great job.
Rain washing away soil from the hillside.
Weathering.
I thought it was erosion.
It's washing away, so it's breaking down, so it's weathering.
Yes.
Okay, pass it.
So
Who's going next?
You can go.
I just-
I tried.
We're following her directions to close.
Yeah, I don't think anything else made a lot.
Floodwater pounding against canyon wall and wearing it down, that's weathering.
Weathering, that's a
Ah.
word for what? Through a flood?
Wearing it down.
Pounding
Pounding. It might be
That's-
erosion.
I think
It's
it-
pounding. There's friction.
Which one did you say, weathering?
Erosion. I think.
You don't know about these.
We're gonna agree to disagree.
you or a couple of your group members want to come in?
Yeah, I'll come up, I suppose.
I noticed that you guys used a lot of teamwork and different groups had different strategies that worked for you guys. I love to see you working together. Alright, we're going to go through and then we'll decide if you guys got the same or different answers so that we know we're all on the same page before our post-test. So, Spencer, will you read to us what your group had for erosion?
Rain washing away soil from the hillside, mudslide flowing down a steep hill, and then deltas forming at the mouths of the river.
Did any group have rain washing away soil from the hillside and erosion? Did you guys? That's okay, and where did you place it?
Weathering?
Weathering? Okay, so let's read it together. Rain washing away from a hillside. So if the rain is washing away, what's the key word in that?
Away.
Away. So I would agree with these two groups that it is erosion because it's washing away. How about a mudslide flowing down a steep hill? Did you guys get it for erosion? All groups, I love to see you on the same page. And deltas forming at the mouths of rivers. What did your group get for that?
We put it in deposition.
Deposition, and why did you put it in deposition?
Because it's in a place, like it's not moving.
It's at its new home, right. So it could be there, and that's why it's important just to think about the different definitions, because it can get tricky. So how about weathering? Spencer, can you tell us what your group got for weathering?
Flood water pounding against a canyon wall and wearing it down. And then caves being formed by acid rain dissolving underground limestone.
And do the other groups agree?
Yeah.
Awesome. For both of them? Wow, that really tells me that you understood the game. And deposition.
Layers of sediment forming at the bottom of the ocean. Glaciers dropping rock and sand to form terminal marines. Waves dropping sand on the beach.
How about the other groups? Did you all get the same? Despite I know the top one in erosion, the number 8, we decided was deposition, so there's a total of 4 there. Awesome job. Well, thank you for sharing your group's poster, Spencer. So when you guys are working together in your group, how was it easier than if you had to do it individually? Taylor?
If you don't know the answer, you can ask my group members.
Yeah, you guys were able to talk about it, and I heard a lot of discussion deciding, so it really helps working with your classmates. Well, I can tell that you are all ready, so we will end our science unit by taking our post-assessment. And remember, it's the same the one that we took on Monday, so there's no need to be stressed about it. It's just to see how much knowledge we've learned. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know what time you were at.
Okay, oral feedback for Jenna, please. I have Lisa, and, no, you guys already shared, excuse me. Megan D, Megan B, and Rebecca. Okay. Come together, got them all shared?
Yep.
Alrighty, what went well?
I really liked the game and that it was in groups and that you gave them the opportunity to like use different methods of how to pace them on the points.
I think you asked really good questions to review at the beginning and then at the end to discuss the game.
I thought you were really clear with your directions. It was really easy to listen to you, and I felt like I was understanding what you were saying because you were just really clear. You had a really good teacher voice.
Recommendations?
I know it's hard because it's the last lesson, so we kind of missed all of the first pieces, but with your own classroom, you do that.
Yeah, I think the same thing. It was the last lesson, so they would know maybe like pictures of what the erosion and deposition is at the beginning.
And that's where like the most
Yeah.
important stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's hard.
I was going to say the same thing, just when you introduced at the beginning, just to have those pictures, but if you already covered that with your students, then you wouldn't have that problem.
And the fact that we went out in the hall, if you are doing something short of space, it works, like Jenna did. Very quietly, we worked in the hall, we didn't disturb either classroom, so feel free. if you think it's something your lesson needs. Okay,